everyone, Pam here from Creative Homescaping. I'm in my dining room and today I'm going to participate in a collab that is being sponsored by Catherine of Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. She is sponsoring a Spring and Easter 2018 collab and has opened it up to other YouTubers. So I am going to start decorating my table, switching it over from early spring St. Patrick's Day to my Easter tablescape. Stay tuned! So here is my empty dining room table, and the first thing I need to do is extend the leaves because we're having about 10 people at Easter. And that might be a bit of a problem because you can see one of my cats is sleeping on the dining room chairs. That is why we have these towels on the chair seats, because he likes to come and sleep on them, and if we keep the towels there, when guests come over we can easily lift the towels up and then we won't have cat hair all over the seat. So in my table, the leaves pull out from the bottom. This table's from Z Gallery, and I really like it because you don't have to store the leaves separately and you don't have any corner posts. It's a pedestal table. So it's very easy to get quite a few people around the table. So I'm going to extend the leaves and then I will show you the items I'm considering using in the tablescape. Here are a few of the items I am thinking about using in this tablescape. A lot of them came from Pier 1 either this year or last year, and I am still trying to make up my mind about what I want to use and if I want to use a tablecloth. I also have these bunny plates. I'm definitely going to use those. They were a birthday present last year. My birthday's around Easter time, so I really love them and my family gave them to me. So I'm trying to decide if I want to use the bunny plate with this white plate and this charger, or if I want to use the bunny plate with this tan plate and the charger. And I'm leaning more towards the tan plate just because it provides a little more contrast. And I do think I'm going to keep a burlap runner on the table for Easter. I had it on there for St. Patrick's Day. So I'll show you the final product when I'm done. And then I have these napkins. And so I'm going to get started on decorating. So here is my completed tablescape for Easter 2018. And I will take you on a tour of the table. So at each place setting, I have those chargers I showed you earlier. I have my everyday plates that I use normally in the fall and winter, and then I use them through Easter typically, and then I switch out for some spring summer plates. And in the center of the plate I do have the bunny plate, and I decided to go with the tan dinner plate because I wanted a little bit of more contrast with the bunny plate. I have my everyday utensils. Then I have gingham napkins. This one has a pink napkin to go with the pink bow and the bunny. And it also has a jumping bunny napkin ring. I couldn't decide between these jumping bunnies and the bunny ears. They were both on clearance. So I got a mix of them, and I'll show you the bunny ears in a little bit. And then I have these polka dot bowls that I got from the Target dollar spot. And then I have a water or juice glass. And then each place setting has a little bit different color scheme. So this bunny has a little different outfit on. It has a bow tie, and I've used a green napkin with the blue bowl. And you can see this one has a kind of reddish polka dotted tie or maroon. So I've used a purple napkin and a purple bowl. And then in the center of the table, I have this centerpiece. It is a somewhat like a sisal bunny with some pink and green flowers. I have it sitting on this white cake stand, and then under that I have a wreath, and that wreath is sitting on a second cake stand to give it some height. And then I used some table scatter, and some of the table scatter had little picks, so I put a few of the flowers on either side of that. And then I have this bowl with some boxwood spheres, and I put a little bit more, of the table scatter in there. And then I have gold and white and gold speckled eggs, along with more of the table scatter on this burlap runner that I made and I talked about that in my last Tablescape video for St. Patrick's Day Spring. And then I have these boxwood topiaries that I talked about in my Forever Home tag video, and I've just added some more of the table scatter onto them on the base here, as well as up at the top, taking the little picks and just kind of sticking them into the topiary. And I also have these ceramic birds sitting here because the scale looked very good and it looked a little plain without something sitting at the bottom. And then I've done a similar thing on the other side of the bunny. And I have a bird that's facing in a little bit different direction. And I have the bunny facing this way because it's facing towards the way you walk into the dining room. So now I'll just show you kind of quickly each of the other table settings. I've tried to keep the color scheme to match the scheme of the bunnies. So this one has yellow and blue, and so it has yellow and blue. And here's some more. And yes, my cat is still sleeping here. He did not move when I moved the chair back to extend the table leaves, so he's still there. And here's the rest of the place settings. So you can see I have it set for 10 people. And there's the last one. So that's my completed Tablescape for Easter 2018. I'd like to thank Amateur Decorating Like a Pro for sponsoring this Easter Tablescape collab. You can check out a link to her channel below. I'll also post some links to some of the other videos that I mentioned. If you like this sort of video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and also clicking on the notification bell so you'll get notified every time I create a new video and upload it. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.